So if you have a $350K budget here in Colorado Springs, what can that actually get you? Well, I am going to tour 4 different homes all across Colorado Springs to show you exactly what that difference is at that exact price point. So for my buyers who are trying to keep their monthly payment at about $2,500 a month, this is really going to be the price point you're going to be staying at, especially for my military members who are trying to keep their monthly payments below their BAH. So let's see which homes feel like a good deal and which ones come with some trade-offs. Let's see what Colorado Springs has to offer. So first, let's start here in Rockrimmon, which is an extremely popular area with a lot of first-time home buyers because of just like its close proximity to nature. The natural just like topography is going to be a massive selling point for this townhome, along with like the easy access to like the top tier school district, which is going to be Academy School District 20. It is also going to be centrally located, giving it just quick access to the freeway and lots of other like amenities that Colorado Springs has to offer. So let's check it out and see what you can get for $350K here.
This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath townhome with 2,425 square feet, listed at $350,000. Stepping inside the home definitely feels a little dated. I do feel like I got a little catfished here. I really thought the home was going to be nicer inside based on what the MLS photos had. So it just needs like a fresh coat of paint. The carpet does feel extremely worn down, and really the wood trim has seen better days. But after pulling the numbers, it's actually listed at about $30,000 below comparable townhomes in the area. Personally, I'd come in at a lower offer if I was going to be buying this one. And for my VA buyers watching this, this is kind of like the ultimate candidate for VA loan renovations. You could hire a contractor to swap the carpet, paint the walls, update the trim in the kitchen, and just kind of instantly build equity in this 3-bedroom home right in one of Colorado's most like sought after neighborhoods. I will say the biggest downside here is just like the slightly wonky layout and just the lack of a garage. But on the flip side though, what I really love are all just like the different exterior doors and access points to just step outside and just enjoy the neighborhood. So that's kind of what a townhouse is going to look like in Rockrimmon. This is one of the largest properties we're going to see today. There's a trade-off, of course. So, you know, because it's a townhome, you're going to be sharing walls with your neighbors, but that is just the compromise you're just going to have to consider if you want to live in the Rockrimmon area without paying that like $600K price tag for a single family home. So with that said, let's go down south and check out the next property. So next on our list is the Mesa area, nestled right in between Old Colorado City and the downtown Colorado Springs area. This location is just all about convenience. So similar to Rockrimmon, you're basically kind of paying a premium for this location, specifically like the immediate access to the city's like best areas for like dining, shopping, and just an overall nightlife. So let's check it out. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house with 1,038 square feet, listed right at $350,000. So significantly smaller than our Rockrimmon house. Stepping inside, you see right away how beautifully updated this place is. I'm talking the floors, the kitchen, the bathroom, everything inside is extremely gorgeous. Now, because it was built back in 1908, it is going to be on the smaller side, which is totally typical for homes in this specific area. But a huge bonus here is just the fully enclosed, decent sized backyard, which is actually pretty rare for downtown living. You really can tell that the renovations weren't rushed. The finishes are high quality. It really feels like love was put into restoring this property. I will say though, having 2 bedrooms upstairs without a dedicated bathroom is going to be a bit quirky, but an unconventional layout is often the trade-off you will be making for a historic home with this much charm. The downtown area is going to be about a 4-minute drive, while Old Colorado City is going to be about 6 minutes away, which is exactly why you're paying for a location premium for an older historic home. So this home is truly perfect for just any young couple buying their first place. Location-wise, you really will never get bored here. You're gonna have effortless access to just like any sort of like downtown lifestyle. But you have to be willing to trade the square footage for that sweet spot where like historic charm meets modern updates. This, in my opinion, is just an incredible fit for any
first-time home buyer. So let's check out the next one.
Next up, we are going to be in the Stratmoor area, home to some of the most affordable housing in Colorado Springs. If you want the most bang for your buck, this is going to be where you're going to find it. This listing is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home with 1,600 square feet, priced right at $349,000. Now, I couldn't get approval to walk through this one in person because it is corporate owned. So we're just gonna flip through the photos together and hopefully they aren't just catfishing us like the place out in Rockrimmon. But I really wanted to feature this listing because the corporate seller often prices below market value to kind of just move inventory faster. Recent comps in this neighborhood are going to be about $420,000 up to $425,000, making this a prime opportunity to just score instant equity. What does often scare buyers away from corporate listings or just short sales is going to be the timeline. While like a standard closing is going to take 30 to 45 days, corporate sales, especially short sales, can take anywhere from 60 days to just several months. This makes it an ideal strategy for military buyers PCSing to Colorado Springs who just know their move date well in advance and just don't mind starting the process early from a distance. One crucial thing to keep in mind though is that corporate sellers rarely cover buyers' closing costs. While seller-paid concessions are common in our current market, with a corporate entity though, you should plan to bring your own closing costs to the table. So that's going to be about roughly like 2 to 3% of the purchase price, or maybe around like $8,000 to $10,000. It does require a bit more cash up front, but if you have it saved, buying a corporate-owned property can be an absolute steal.
And finally, to wrap things up, a lot of people think you can't get brand new construction in Colorado Springs for under $350K. Well, Classic Homes is here to prove you wrong. So let's check out what this new construction actually has to offer at this price point.
This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath home with 780 square feet, listed at $349,000 on the northeast side of Colorado Springs, making it the smallest house on our list today. Stepping inside, you instantly get that fresh, brand new construction feel. The minimalist footprints and efficient living have gotten super popular lately. A lot of people just don't want the burden of maintaining a 1,600 or 2,000 square feet home. They need a clean, modern space to relax, watch TV, and just enjoy their hobbies. This home is the definition of low maintenance. If you hate spending your weekends cleaning a massive house, you will love this setup. Out of all the homes on our tour today, this one might be my personal favorite. The finishes are gorgeous, everything feels crisp, and best of all, the builders are offering killer incentives, like rate buy downs or covering your closing costs. That means this is likely the cheapest option to move into with the lowest initial monthly payment on our whole list.
Honestly, this house was adorable. I would definitely recommend this house for any single buyer just looking to buy their first place who wants something fresh and just a brand new feel. It truly does just have that perfect match. It just definitely comes with a few trade-offs, right? You are a bit further to the west side and the footprint is just going to be significantly smaller here. But if you can look past those two things, those lower monthly payments can absolutely make this tiny house worth it for you.
Now, to give you a clear picture, let's look at the actual numbers my lender pulled across all these properties at today's rates. If you're a VA buyer using a 0 down loan at this $350K price point, your monthly payment is going to come out to about $2,200, safely under your BAH. If you are a first-time home buyer going the FHA route using CHAPA down payment assistance with 0 down, you're going to be closer to $2,347 a month. And let's think about this. Although you might be paying slightly over rent prices, the big win here is that instead of throwing that money away on rent every month, you actually own the asset and just start building your own equity.
If you are ready to get pre-qualified, the numbers in this video were calculated by one of my top recommended lenders.
His contact information is in the description below. Be sure to tell him I sent you his way. And really, he'll be ready to help you and just get pre-qualified in under 24 hours. So there you have it. Colorado Springs really does have a wide variety of homes under $350K. Whether you're just willing to compromise on the square footage for something that just feels brand new, or you're just willing to take a risk on a home that nobody else wants, you really will find something that was well within your budget. Sure, the homes at this price point might be a little bit on the older side, but bottom line is it's just a place you can really call your own. Now, if you are still kind of on the fence, I totally get that. Buying a home is a massive financial step, and it can be extremely overwhelming. But if you just kind of want to learn a little bit more about what it means to be a first-time homebuyer, go ahead and check out this video right here. However, if you are ready to start your home search, use the link below to reach out to me. I would love to help you start your vivid life here in Colorado Springs. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.